Yeah, welcome back to Nosebleed Football. You already know it's Coach Chuck, aka 618 C's, bro. Look, we here today. Guess what? Coach K back from his vacation. He back from watching camps. He back from partying for his birthday. I hope he watched our birthday shout out last night. And I told y'all we got surprises all year. So this year I got something special for y'all. Hold on. First, we gotta bring Coach K back on this joint, right? We gonna bring Coach K on the screen, man. I got Coach K, and I got a new host. He's joining the Nosebleed Nation family. We got Mike Donovan, straight out of East St. Louis, 89 blocks. We gonna let Coach Mike D introduce himself first and tell y'all a little bit about him, and then right after that, Coach K, my man, he gonna tell y'all what he been doing and tell y'all a little bit about what's going on in Jags camp. And after that, we gonna do a little talking about the we gonna break down some of the NFC divisions. Okay, so let's go, Coach Mike. Let's go. Here you go. Talk to him.
Yeah, man, I love being on the show, man. Appreciate y'all letting me come on in. I've been knowing them knuckleheads for a while, former teammates, East St. Louis bound, down here in Dallas, Texas, where I reside now. We just talk about a little sports and stuff like that. I'm a like to call myself a football guru and sport guru, like to talk about the ins and outs of the games and what's going on in the world. And, I'll signify a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's about having fun and doing some things like that. And we'll see what we're gonna do. Yeah, but that's it about me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. As y'all said, it been my birthday, man. So I've been on a little hiatus, man. I'm back to the business. You know what I mean? I've been down there, Jacksonville, checking out the camp, checking out the team, seeing how they looking. They looking real good this year. Trevor looking like he on point. Travis, Travis looking like he ready to rock and roll as wide receiver too. They gonna have him backing up as a cornerback. They got certain packages. For him this year. Everything looking on the up and up down there in Jacksonville, man. So I'm excited to see what they gonna do.
Is Travis good, bro? You know they've been talking crazy on the internet about him. Is he in
Man,
a good space to be able to do the work that he needs to do?
Travis ready, man. He love this. He love football, man. That's one thing about him, man. He love football. Travis ready, man.
All right,
I
so
don't care what they say.
check this out, y'all. Our first story of the night, right? Last night we dropped a video. Cleveland done signed a new quarterback, a sixth quarterback. What's up with that, bro? They signed a new quarterback. I feel like, man, the fix is in and they gonna get Shedeur up out of there, bro. I hope not, but I feel like it. But then we wake up today and they like, dang, Shedeur starting Friday for the first game. Bro, I promise you, this is gonna be the biggest preseason, most watched preseason game ever, bro. Like the whole world gonna be wanting to see what Shedeur gonna do, bro. But this is where I'm at with it, right? And I'm gonna let y'all go. It's Cleveland. They might mess around and sabotage my man, dog.
I hope not.
What y'all think, bro? We
Man,
gonna
I
let
don't
Coach
know.
Mike D go first.
Man, look, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what Cleveland's problem is, what they trying to do. Um, my thing is, why'd you even draft the kid if you're not gonna let him show himself? You're gonna bring in another quarterback. It was a quarterback that was playing in Baltimore, right? Baltimore's old
Yeah,
backup.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they brought him in there to play. My thing is, what are y'all trying to do? Is either the young man can play or he can't? Is he gonna be the when you draft a quarterback, you thinking he gonna be the future of your franchise? This young man had played a lot of football in Colorado. I mean, I don't know why anybody or the 32 teams thought that he could not play when he threw 4,000 yards. All the quarterbacks that went ahead of him, he had way more yards, way more touchdowns, and a better completion percentage. And he gets drafted in what, the fourth or fifth round? I want to say
Fifth round.
fifth round. Fifth round. One of the most polished quarterbacks I've seen come out of college, and he goes that low. And then you bring in another quarterback in the middle of camp. What message are you trying to say here? I think you're right. I think they are trying to sabotage Deion's son. They don't. I think the NFL just got an out for that family. They don't like the fact that first, he a black quarterback. His daddy taught him how to be a man. Daddy raising him, and we know Joe Flacco gonna play only a little bit. And so what you're saying, the boy that y'all picked in front of him gonna be the one that's gonna be playing? Y'all want to throw him out there first to see if he gonna mess up, so you can say, "Oh, see, we told you so." You know, I just don't understand it.
That's
Um,
what I think.
yeah, I don't understand it. I mean, he has done nothing but be exceptional. He has what 4 years of playing. Went to Jackson State, took them to 11 wins. That's crazy. I don't care if it is the swag. That's still impressive. First year as a freshman, going down to get 11 wins. Then he goes to Colorado, who had been in the dumps, and then get them on the national stage, have them ranked. Okay, the team had needed a little work or whatever, but he played exceptionally well, especially with the receiving core he had. When he had the one receiver, Horn, that was a receiver, and the tight end he had, running game was almost non-existent. Yet he still threw 4,700 yards. I don't know what else he need to do. But frankly, I hope he lights it up on Thursday, whatever day they play. I hope he lights it up, personally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What you think, Coach K?
All right, I'm gonna go another way, but obviously his talent didn't have nothing to do with where he was picked. So he obviously was a first round or early second round quarterback, and Cleveland did take a chance on him. But I think he gonna be all right, man. I wouldn't say they sabotaging him because they do have a few injuries at the quarterback position. So I'm hoping that they just pick this quarterback up to fill in while the other quarterbacks down right now. So that's the reason I'm hoping that they picked up another quarterback. But he get his chance, he get an opportunity to show what he could do come Friday night, man. So we gonna see, but I'm pulling for him, man. I just don't. And then one thing about it, the owner coming out saying that it wasn't his choice to pick him early in the round. So that's just telling me like it seemed like the front office don't got his back. You know what I mean? It seemed like they was in the mean room. One person saying pick him, one person saying don't get him. You know what I mean? So it's just all up to him, man. He just got to make the best of his opportunities when they come. You know what I mean? And he'll get his opportunity Friday. But as far as them picking up another quarterback, I kind of understand if that's the case because they do have quarterbacks that's injured right now. So I don't know. We're gonna see.
Well, I know that. So I know Kenny Pickett got hurt. Who else got hurt besides Kenny Pickett?
Gabriel hurt,
Gabriel
Shedeur hurt,
hurt too. Shedeur
Joe
hurt.
Flacco. So if he throw too much, he
Yeah,
gonna be hurt.
Joe Flacco, they ain't gonna put him out there because he might be the potential starter. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
Flacco
Mm.
nosebleed nation age, bro. Flacco need to be in the stands with us, dog. Flacco was in college when I was in
Yeah,
college, dog.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
remember Flacco balling.
yeah, yeah. What I mean, the worst thing that can happen is that they go into the season. Kenny Pickett get hurt, Flacco get hurt, or something happened, and they got to push Shedeur Sanders in that game, and he's short in a real game. That because
right.
I know it's the preseason. The worst thing that can
He
happen.
gonna cut up.
Oh, you know he is. You
Only
know
thing
he is.
I'm concerned about is that he wasn't getting that many snaps in practice. So I don't want them to go in the game giving him reps of something he really didn't go over. You know what I mean? That's the only
Mm,
thing I'm really concerned about. Other than that, he gonna be all right. You know what I mean?
that's a good point. That's a good point because you ain't you giving him plays he ain't seen in the playbook, and then he get out
Exactly.
there and don't know what to do, and now he
Yeah.
looking bad, and it really wasn't his fault. He didn't get a chance to even go over that stuff.
Right. So we'll be able to pick up immediately if they trying to sabotage him. You know what I mean? Depending on the play calling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I hope Kevin Stefanski don't do that. I hope that ain't the type of guy he is. Hope he don't do that.
Right.
I don't think
Right.
so. Hmm.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I was watching some film earlier today on Shedeur playing actually at practice, and he was lighting it up, bro. He was
Yeah.
lighting it up. So today he went against the the first team defense, but he was only running the second team offense
Hmm.
today, and he lit it up. I'm trying to see if I could actually pull the video up on X, but he did really well today, man, and he lit it up, and he showed what he do, what he there for. He got a lot of poise. He got a lot of poise and a lot of swagger. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, moving along. If I
And hold on, and then like you said, piggyback off that. Why not put him with the Warrens if he gonna be starting? You know what I mean? So,
I agree.
at a sense, you can say they may be trying to sabotage him because that don't even make sense, man. Like, come on, man.
The ones never start the first preseason
Well,
game though.
yeah, that's true. That's
The
true.
ones
That's
probably won't even see action. How many preseason games they got? 3 or 4 this year. It used to be 4. I
three.
don't
Two.
know if they
It's,
changed it.
They
I
do
think it's
they do
three.
three now. They do three. So
All
they
right, so
probably
yeah,
won't you probably won't see the starters to game
Warrens
the
won't
last
be out
game.
till next week. They'll play the first half of next week and
Yeah.
probably the first 3 quarters of the week. No, they'll play the first 3 quarters of next week, 2 quarters and a half, depending on who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then next week they'll probably play 1 quarter and they out, bro.
They out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, they out. They
Yeah. They
out.
out of there.
So I don't know. I guess they put him out there with the tools because they figure he gonna cook with the tools.
Yeah, that all right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
He gonna cook with the tools. Let's watch. Before we move on, I'm gonna watch one clip, man, and see. I want to show y'all one clip of how he got down at practice today.
Yeah. I ain't been really keeping up with them. I'm gonna try to check him out. Let's see.
Here we go, right here.
Mm.
That boy, I'm
Mm.
playing with that boy.
So
Hey
he
man,
hit him a
I
stride
hope he
too.
I hope he shows behind come Friday, man. I hope
Yeah,
he show
yeah,
out, man.
yeah. So he got down. So look, moving along, y'all. Nosebleed Nation. We gonna move along, right? Coach Mike D, he gonna break down two NFC divisions, man. Coach Mike D, take it away.
Yeah, man. So I want to talk about like we're gonna look at the divisions over and over, probably over and over a bunch of times. We're only gonna look at so many because we'll be here all day if we try to do all, what, 8 of them. That'll be
Right, right.
crazy. So we're just
Yeah.
gonna look at them. We're gonna go team by team. We'll discuss them and see, what each team gonna look like. We're gonna start with the NFC North. I just like that division, but I think they've had a lot of changes in that division that people should be looking at. Of course, then we got the Detroit, Green Bay, Chicago, and Minnesota. Okay, so one of the biggest things is that Detroit team. They just played their preseason game. Last Thursday? Was that it? Last Thursday they played the preseason game
Yeah.
Yeah.
against the Chargers. So the talk of the town was how unorganized they look. And everybody knows that Ben Johnson, they offensive coordinator's gone, and Aaron Glenn. Ben Johnson go to Chicago, rival team in the division, and then Aaron Glenn is now with the Jets out there. Got Justin Field, a former Chicago quarterback. And one of the biggest things they looked at with them is I'm just looking at the division. I think Detroit is a team right now I think could have a setback. Now, maybe I'm by myself and I don't know, but just what I saw on Thursday, they looked real unorganized, undisciplined. Good offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, they are big on not making mistake penalties and looking organized, and they look discombobulated to me.
They did.
Um,
They didn't look good. I don't care if it was the second team, first team, coach. They ain't look good at all.
mm-mm, mm-mm. They look bad. I mean, I mean, the penalties they had, I think they had like 5 or 6 turnovers in the game, uncharacteristic penalties.
Trey
Um,
Lance lit them up.
oh my God, Trey Lance looked like he had been in the NFL for 7, 8 years as a starting quarterback against them. I mean, I understand that as the second team defense or whatever, but my God, I mean, he just walking up and down the field like he wanted to.
Right.
And and the offense didn't do anything. The quarterback threw interceptions. I mean, the only thing that I was really looking at was your hometown kid, Love. Is it Levette? Is that his name, Levette? The
Yeah,
Love it.
hometown
yeah,
kid. That boy played every snap, didn't he? Every
Yeah.
snap.
yeah.
I was loving that. But other than that, they look like a JV team. I was like, what is going on? This is Detroit. I'm like, I mean, what is happening? But it just comes to show you. I want to get y'all input on it. Do you think that Detroit is in trouble without their coordinators?
I don't think so.
Uh,
I don't
I
think.
wouldn't say they in trouble because of the division of the competition in the division. Because you
Hmm?
got to think, you got the Bears, the Vikings. Well, I don't know. The Vikings and the Packers might pose a threat, but I wouldn't say they're in trouble. It's kind of too early to determine that. But I understand exactly what you're saying. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're in trouble.
Yeah, well, I mean, Detroit. I mean, it just I mean, yeah, we don't. I mean, I don't think people want to get too caught up in the preseason. A lot of people don't like doing that because it is the preseason. Okay,
Right.
people trying to iron stuff out. I'm pretty sure the offensive coordinator that's done now for Detroit is trying to run the same offense. They ain't changing nothing. Personnel might be a little different, but everybody ain't gonna have the same attention to detail.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson, he know what play to call when he calls one play, like most coordinators do. This play go with this play, right? And then he's going to have a lack of discipline. Like, look, hey, we can't be having them uncharacteristic things, drop passes, running wrong routes, holding calls, whatever that looks like. And even the defense side of the ball, I'm like, I know Aaron Glenn. He ain't going to have that either. But they just looked undisciplined. And I know that's alarming. It's one game. I want to see something else. But maybe next week it'll be something different. Maybe.
I'm giving Detroit 10-6, bro. Detroit going to be 10-6.
10-6. I'm going to write that down. 10-6.
One thing I know about the NFL, it's like next man up on the field and in the coaching booth, bro. Like soon as one coach leave, it's a dude that was a GA somewhere and he hungry, bro. It's a dude that been getting tackled for the last 6 months at training camp and he hungry, bro. He want it and he gonna make a name for himself. You get what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And then they playing in the north, so. Man, I said the Bears was gonna win, but after that stuff I saw yesterday, boy, the Bears ain't got it, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
I need Caleb to be good because I'll tell y'all when we get to the Bears. I'll tell y'all when we get to the Bears.
Yeah, but no, we can go to him right now. As a matter of fact, that's another one I want to talk about. So the thing coming out of camp is that Caleb is struggling. Ben Johnson left the Detroit Lions, took that head job. And from what everybody been talking about, that he's looking very like he don't understand the offense. Like something is not clicking. He's looking. He's throwing passes even in drills where he's like the net pass where they throw into the little square in the net. He's missing that. He's the plays are not running properly. Guys don't know where they're going. He's making uncharacteristic throws, inaccurate throws in training camp. So everybody's been talking about, hey, is this going to be, is this guy already a bust? It's like, I don't know if that number one draft pick status or last year has done something to him to where he can't, play the position straight or think straight or even be comfortable. And now he in his second offense, probably another more sophisticated offense. Because you know how Ben Johnson offense, you see anything up there in Detroit, you know how that offense was run up there. And now you bring a rookie quarterback second year into that type of offense. I don't know. He got the weapons, but it don't matter if you can't get people the ball.
Yeah.
Man, I need that boy to win. I need him to play good because I need Luther to look good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I said it last night and I'm gonna say it again. My only dog in the fight. I need Tinkerbell to play good because I need Luther to look good. I don't care about his fingernail.
He called him
I don't care about who he bedding with. I just need him to look good so I can get on TV eating my Luther Burden honey barbecue chips, popping my Luther Burden St. Louis North Side East Side noise, bro. That's all. I don't know about you. What's up with you, Coach K? That's all I need from the Bears. I just
I
need
don't
them
know,
to make
man.
Luther look good.
Like you said, it's a new play caller, so that's always a task coming in for a young quarterback. So that'll be a task in itself. But for the weapons, they got the weapons. You know what I mean, to make something happen. So it's all about how he connect with the new play caller. You know what I mean? How they connect, how everything go with them is gonna determine the whole offense. But I feel like their defense ain't gonna hold up. The offense gonna be all right because they have the weapons. You know what I mean? But like you said, it's a new play caller, man. So that's always big when you messing with the new quarterback. But I think they gonna be all right. But I don't think they ready to compete in their division though. You know what I mean? I don't think they got a few years to go to be able to compete.
Yeah, I mean Chicago. I mean weapons wise. I mean you talking about they have veterans. They got guys that can run routes, man. They got some dogs. I mean bringing in Luther Burden. I mean, and I don't care nobody say sleep on my boy if you want to. Luther Burden was balling in college at Missouri. He was the talk of college football, especially when they went to that bowl game and did the stuff they did. You add Luther Burden to that receiver called Keenan Allen, and what's the Moore, and then the kid they got at Ohio State the year before, brought that kid in there. I mean, he got weapons all over the place. Cole Kmet, the tight end, who was a Pro Bowl tight end. I forget who their running back is, but I mean, Ben Johnson got to be a key in the candy store with that receiving corps. Yeah. And all he needs is Caleb just to be just middle road to decent. Just don't overthink
That's it.
That's all you got to do. Just don't overthink it. You know, just, hey, your first read here, go here. Don't turn the ball over. Pre-snap. Trust what your eyes see. And don't get too caught up in trying to hold the ball. If you see it, let it go. That was his problem last year. Yeah. That was his problem last year. And all you got to do is just be a student, get in that playbook. Don't try to overthink it. Don't try to be too much the savior of the Chicago Bears. Just play the position. And if they can get just to do that, even though their defense ain't that good, they can get 8 wins. Yeah. 8 wins. Because I believe they can. I believe they can go at least 8. If they go 8, 9, maybe more. If they can get a win, they should beat a team they shouldn't beat.
I'll give them 8. I'll give them 8 also.
Yeah.
I'll give them 8.
Yeah. I think they can get 8.
I think Ben Johnson gonna cook something up, man. Like you said, he's just gonna need Caleb to be on the same page with him, man. Because Ben Johnson definitely could cook it up for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got one of the best in the business, man. Yeah. You know, and really my I had him circle my question mark team right now is Minnesota. Now I know Minnesota had that heck of a lead last year. You know, Sam Darnold is no longer there. They drafted J.J. McCarthy out of my favorite football team, the Michigan Wolverines. Got him out of there. You know, national champion quarterback. They went and got him. Of course, he hurt himself towards MCL, ACL last year. Missed all the season. And they went with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold lit up the league. Now, he's in Seattle. They said they're going with the young boy. But from what I heard, J.J. McCarthy is struggling. And I know that the offensive coordinator, the head coach, is hopefully thinking he can do the same thing that the same problem Ben is having with the Chicago quarterback with Caleb. But J.J. McCarthy is struggling, I heard. They say he's throwing interceptions in the red zone, throwing the double coverage. And again, I know it's preseason. I know it is. Got to give him a little grace. But I think that Minnesota is going to take a little bit of a setback, even though they got Jefferson and Addison. You know, they got some weapons. Hutchinson. They got all those weapons around him. I think they're going to take a back seat. I think they got 13 wins last year. They get 13.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They were definitely double digit. They definitely got a double digit because they were playing. Weren't they playing out of wild card? Because I think they were a 13-win team out of wild card. Because Detroit had won the division.
Yeah, that could have been possible for sure.
Yeah, because they had all the wins. Because Detroit had a bunch of wins. They had like a double digit, and that only reason because they lost against Detroit, and Detroit won the division, and they had to play out the wild card.
Yeah, this gonna be like a rookie. This gonna be like a rookie season for McCarthy, basically, because he didn't play last year at all. Then you got Addison suspended for the first 3 games, so that's a major.
Oh man, I forgot all about that. I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even know that. I forgot all about that. Wow, that's gonna be hell. I think personally, like I said, I think Minnesota is going to take a setback.
Yeah, I think anybody.
Yeah,
if anybody out that division, it'll be them for sure.
Yeah, Vikings was 14-3 last year.
14-3 out the wild card. That is crazy.
The Lions was 15-2. Packers was 11-6.
11-6. Wow, that's crazy. That's just I just think that team. I think that team right now is on red alert. The Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, because they putting all their marbles into a rookie quarterback. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I said to some of my some guys down there, my friends. I told them, I said, I think Minnesota probably jumped the gun and made a mistake a little bit. I think they should have, kept Sam Darnold, paid him, and groomed J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy come in there and learn a little bit and at least get healthy off his injury. We all know anybody's heard of ACL or MCL, it take a while. This guy ain't played no football in a year. He ain't threw a pass, ain't did nothing in an NFL setting. So you're expecting to walk in there and ain't play no ball, coming off an ACL, probably still trying to get his quad muscle back strong. And you expect to walk out there and what? Give you another 14 wins?
That ain't gonna happen.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What about Green Bay? Let's finish
Green
off
Bay?
Green Bay.
Oh, Green Bay. I think Green Bay is gonna probably shock some people. Now I know they lost the cornerback that they lost to the Baltimore Ravens. They lost him in free agency. He left. Other than that, I think if they can stay healthy, man, what hurt them last year is that some of their best receivers got injured, and Love had nobody to throw to. You know, he lost his over-the-top guy. I can't think of his name. Light-skinned brother number 9. There's he got a jet up his butt. You know, can't think of his name, but he's one of the best players. Then the one wide receiver they had, who was like pretty much the all-world guy, you know, he got hurt. So if they can stay healthy, they dangerous. They can beat any team, but it's all about health. You know, Love hurt his knee early in the year. Luckily, he didn't tear nothing. It was just a sprain. They got lucky with that. But later in the year, injuries killed them, and they could not compete. They had nobody in the field. They can't compete with Detroit, you know, in a playoff setting or any team when they hurt like that. So I think if they can stay healthy, I think they can beat Detroit. I think they can. I think they can beat all them teams if they're healthy.
I think Detroit gonna own that division.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit got it.
I got a question mark next to him, but you know I ain't gonna disagree with you. I ain't gonna disagree with you because at least one thing we can say this: yeah, they ain't got Ben, but they got the nucleus of their offense.
Definitely.
They got a veteran quarterback, and if you look at all them teams that division, he is the elder statesman.
Definitely.
Detroit versus everybody, bro, except
Detroit.
Except Pittsburgh.
Detroit got an offense and defense like they loaded, man. They really loaded, man. They gonna have that division for sure.
And hold on, they get Aiden Hudson back. They all pro pass rusher.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was leading the league in sacks before he got hurt.
Yeah,
he was eating it up.
They just made Joseph feel good. He got a new contract. They ready, man.
Oh yeah. They right there. They right there, man. It's like they get there. It's like every time, and then they just it's again injuries. I think that's for every football team. I think if you can stay healthy, keep your stars healthy, nobody gets hurt, nobody gets suspended or something crazy. You know they can make a push. It's like they get injuries at the wrong times. Look at when they played in that playoff game, they could not get to the quarterback. They could not get to the quarterback. Defense could not get no pressure. So if they can go into the playoffs with a leading pass rusher, that at least gives them a chance. They got to be healthy. But that offense does they do what they do. They do what they do.
They all the way good on offense for sure.
Jameer Gibbs and Montgomery, Jesus Christ. It's what it is.
All right, so now guys, we moving on to the NFC East, right? We moving on to NFC East. We gonna run through that, and then we gonna do our little rap. So give us a couple more minutes. Here we go. Let's go.
Right on. Okay, real quick. So of course you got Dallas, Philly, Commanders, and the Giants. I think we all can agree that the New York Giants ain't doing jack.
I definitely agree with that.
So we ain't got to argue that one, right? The Giants are getting dead last. The only way the Giants gonna win anything is that every quarterback in the division got to get an ACL tear. That's the only way they win it. I still don't think even if that happens, they ain't winning. So,
I don't think the Giants are trying to win, but when you finish the division, I got one more question before we end the show, and I'm explaining why I say I don't think the Giants are even trying to win.
Okay. Well, we'll start with Dallas, man. I think that Dallas is
them girls.
Where them girls at? So I'm gonna let them go. I'm gonna get them first. I think Dallas is, I think one of the biggest splash they made. They went and got George Pickens. They made that trade with Pittsburgh. I did not like it. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. I swear I didn't. I feel like we should have kept him, but I understand the business.
We should have kept NFL young boy.
Look, hey, I'll take him. Everybody ain't perfect, right? But he a talent. You don't get rid of talent. But I understand. I think, man, look, Dallas is doing everything they can to help Dak Prescott. They are giving him weapons to be that quarterback to get them over the hump. They are trying. Dak
They
is
still-
the only. Look, I've been down here now arguing with these fans about Dak Prescott, giving him grace. Say, hey, 4 years for a quarterback, give him that time. And I said, okay, after 4 years, hey man, it's on you now. We'll watch him in every playoff game, throw interceptions, try to do too much, and literally lose the game for his team. It's gonna fall to Dak. Nice all on Dak. I don't think Jerry, and hey, I ain't gonna say Jerry is the best decision maker GM wise. I've seen him do some crazy stuff, but he is trying to get that man some weapons. He trying to say, hey, look, we're trying to be a passing league. We just saw what the Eagles did. They got 2 bona fide number ones, and they are in Smith and AJ. I mean, they are the gold standard right now. You got to have 2 number ones. So they went and got him 2 number ones. So if Dak don't do it now, I don't think he's ever going to do it. Personally, I just don't.
I think it's done in Cowboy land, man. They ain't gonna get it done at all, man. It's over with for them, man. Then you got the young boy Jaden Daniels down there in Washington. Hey, he gonna make it real hard for him. Dallas over with, man. I got Washington coming up out of, well, I forgot about Philly. Oh, that's a tough division. Oh my God.
It
I
is,
don't
man.
know.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I mean, if you look at Dallas, I know they got the stuff going on with Michael Parsons, but as far as offense wise, though, even though the running back situation, I know they drafted the guy, they're gonna be able to throw with any team. And I think even with a decent running back, because of what Jordan CeeDee Lamb is gonna do, Jordan's gonna demand that you have to go high. You ain't gonna be able to bring a guy down the box and stop a run. You're gonna have to play your safeties back. Because if you don't, they're going to gas you. And George Pickens, me and Chuck, we Pittsburgh fans, we saw what that dude did in Pittsburgh. He is a 50-50 machine. You throw that ball to him, he's going to get it. So you can't play your safeties up. You can't do that. So it opens up the offense. They're going to score points on people. Now, what the defense is going to do, I don't know. The running game, if they can get to any center of a running game, they're going to be a problem for a team. Now, I don't still think they can beat Philly because Philly's defense is designed to stop the pass and stop the run. They're designed to do that. But anybody else, I think Dallas is, I'm going to put it out here, maybe a 13-win team. I'm going to say it. I think they can beat teams just because I don't think teams can stop their offense. I don't think they can.
I don't see them getting 13.
So what you're saying is Dallas gonna be +5, bro.
Man,
He was 7-10 last year.
Man, I
they
know.
Gotta be +5.
Understand? They lost their quarterback. Dak wasn't playing. So I'm gonna give them grace on that. When you lose your quarterback, you're gonna lose. Most good quarterbacks are what? They say what good some good quarterbacks are what 4 wins at least. So yeah, that's 4 wins they lost. But if he stay healthy, I'm telling you, most bad football teams is not gonna stop their offense. We know that. Now we all play football. Y'all know that most bad teams not gonna stop that offense when Dak out there throwing to them guys. We saw him do it last year. They were running through teams that had bad defenses, and most teams got bad defenses. They do. Now when they run against Philly gonna mop the floor with them. I'm just telling you, Philly gonna hurt them. They ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Philly. Okay, but Commanders defenses is a question. That's a defense in the question. But other than that, they're gonna beat the crap out the Giants. And most teams with bad defenses, they can't get to Dak Prescott. You know, this is what it is.
They open up in week 1 with the Eagles.
You know what? We're gonna see Hey, now we can go right to the Eagles now. We can go to them right now. So the Eagles bringing everybody back, except I think a couple of guys that lost in free agency. They lost the corner who now in Pittsburgh. They lost him. What's his name?
Slay. You talking about Slay?
Oh God, what's his name? Number
Slay.
2, Slay.
That's Slay.
There's Slay. They lost him. So they lost some veteran leadership in their secondary. So they got a little chink. I don't know who they drafted to replace him. And then, but most part, they bringing everybody back. They didn't lose nobody on offense. They still got one of the best offensive lines in football, even though they don't have Kelsey anymore. They showed that they're going to still be able to run through people. They got Saquon Barkley, man. Enough is said. They got 2 bona fide number ones. They got an all-pro tight end. They defense, that front 4 on that defense, they remind me of the New York Giants when they were beating the Patriots them 2 times when they had Justin Tuck, Michael Strahan, Olivier Vernon, and Pierre Paul. They are built just like that. And as they can get, if you can get pressure with your front four, can and nobody can throw the ball on you. If I don't have to commit another guy, y'all play ball, y'all know. If I don't have to commit a guy to blitz and I can keep 7 back, we gonna mount the floor with people.
Yeah.
So I still think they are pound for pound the best team in football still. I don't see still nobody beat. I just don't.
I agree.
I got them at 15-1. I'm sorry, 15-2. I think they're going 15-2 this year. I think they're gonna don't do that.
Last year they was 14-3.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get one more better win. I think they're gonna get one. Because I think that I think Jalen Hurts, I think people need to. I've been hearing a lot of pundits talking about him, and they've been making rankings of quarterbacks and stuff like that. Jalen Hurts has been through a lot, man. And we saw when he was in college at Alabama, ain't a lot of guys that can lose their starting job on a national championship football team. Tua coming there on one play and win the game. You lose your job. You transfer to Oklahoma. Go put and still able to play at a high level. Get to the NFL. Nobody believes in you. They give you all this type of flack, especially how they ended the year before. They lost what? Out of the 6 games, they lost 5 out of the last 6. And you come into this year with all these question marks, you win a Super Bowl throwing it because they thought they were going to run the ball and Saquon was going to take them home. It was him. And people still don't believe in that boy. And I don't understand it. I think he's going to surprise people this year. I think he's going to make another leap, and I think they're going to win another one.
It's the fear of a black quarterback syndrome.
Say that again. Yeah.
That's what I call it. Fear of a black quarterback syndrome.
Yeah.
They suffer.
Yeah.
FBS.
FBS, yeah. Think about it. That brother, man,
FQBS. I should coin that. FQBS. Fear of the black quarterback syndrome.
Yeah, and he from H-Town. He from down there in Houston, the land of the trio. He from down there too. So
yeah.
And he got a daddy, bro, that speaks up for him. They don't like
say that again, bro.
They only like it when they only like it when your daddy in prison and he missed a significant part of your life. I mean, now, bro, some of the nosebleeders, y'all might not like that, but I'm just gonna tell my truth. That's how I see it. They only like it when your daddy is non-existent or was in jail, bro. They don't like it when your daddy's been in your life all these years. Look what they did to Halliburton. Look what they did to Mahomes' daddy, bro.
They crucified Lamar Ball too. I love Lamar.
Look what they did to Lamar. Look what they doing to Dion right now. Like,
that's
I don't care what nobody say, bro. LeVar Ball was daddy of the year, dog. 3 years in a row.
Bro.
Yeah.
Say that again.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Say that again. Say it again. LeVar Ball.
3 years in a row.
Well, look at the successful quarterbacks in the league. Patrick Mahomes' daddy was there. Jalen Hurts' daddy in his life. Shedeur in the NFL. Dion in his life. Cam Newton's daddy. He always talked about his pop.
Yeah.
Let's not throw Cam out of that. Cam's dad was in his life. And they act like that don't matter. That do matter. Yeah. And what you said, I think they trying to get some get back. What they doing to Shedeur Sanders. I know we don't want to get off a tangent, but you would think that the NFL would embrace, one of the greatest football players of all time. Son is in the NFL playing quarterback. And look, he had a little issue with speeding. Okay, what kid don't do that? I mean, he ain't do nothing. Okay, fine. But other than that, he's been a model citizen. He ain't got no trouble where he out there doing something crazy. Then he got 2 boys in the NFL too.
Yeah, that's a fact. We gonna do more talk on Coach Prime and Shedeur.
We'll be here all day about that.
With the Washington, that's the last one.
Yeah, we're talking about Washington. So Jaden Daniels. Man, what can I say about that brother? Lord have mercy. I mean, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I love college football, but it's kind of crazy how I never watched not that many games that boy playing college. I watched him when he was at Minnesota. I'm sorry, not Minnesota. Arizona State when he went there with Herm Edwards. I watched him there. And even then I was like, oh man, that kid can play. He didn't watch too much at LSU. Didn't watch too much. I think Coach K, we was talking about it was one post made on Facebook about the Heisman Trophy one. I was saying the running back should get it, and everybody. I think you were saying that no, he should get it. Jaden Daniels should get it, and he won it. You was right. You was right. You was right 100%. And when I went back looking at the stats, I say, "Oh my God, he did all of that." I say, "My word!" But the Commanders are. You would think a new ownership organization with a team that's been getting the hell kicked out of them for years will come in there with this Terry McLaurin situation. It should be a no-brainer to sign him. You're gonna take away one of his main weapons. That think about that. Take away the main weapon, and he's supposed to be making that leap. This supposed to be his next year where he's gonna take that next step. They got to the NFC Championship game, man. Next step, and you're gonna take away one of his weapons. If he has all his weapons, they're gonna be dangerous. They're gonna be dangerous. And I think that if on a good day, without any mistakes, they can get the Eagles hell. They ain't gonna beat them, but they give them hell on a good day. They got to get that defense together. They got to get that together. That defense gives up way too many plays. You saw in the NFC Championship game. They just walked down the field on them. They couldn't stop nobody. Jaden gonna do his part, but they got some special there, man. I think they can beat Dallas. I think beat Dallas. They can beat Dallas.
They definitely could beat Dallas.
Well, with that said, bro, look, I signed a petition to change the name back to the Redskins.
Oh,
I did. Because our ancestry has to be acknowledged. Fuck that. But look. All right, so look, we got 3 minutes left, y'all. But this is what I want to tell y'all, right? I feel like it's like 5 or 6 teams. I got friends in the NFL. I got friends that used to play. I got friends in offices and stuff, right? These suckers is trying to tank for Manning. But we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it on the next video.
I can believe that.
They tanking for Manning, bro. Hey, it's gonna be about 5 or 6 teams with 5 and 6 wins, bro.
I could believe that.
That's okay. That's a good one right there.
Watch, stars are going to get hurt around week 6. They gonna be out. They gonna be missing games. Joker's gonna be losing games on purpose. I promise you. I've seen it before, bro. It's the NFL, bro. It's an entertainment league. These suckers gonna tank for Manning, bro. But we gonna talk about it in the next video. So I want y'all to put that on y'all brain, nosebleeders. Do y'all think it's a conspiracy to tank for Manning, bro?
He got the name. He got the name, don't he?
Yeah.
He the most athletic man in thus far, man. I'm in agreement with it. I can see it.
Yeah.
It'll be good for TV. Think about it. You got Peyton Manning them on ESPN and they nephew playing on Sunday night, on Monday night.
Yeah. With that said, bro, look, I'm Coach Chuck. That's Coach K. That's Coach Mike D. And we out, man. Nosebleed Nation Football, man. We love y'all. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Fellas, y'all got anything to say?
Oh, man, like and subscribe, man. Thanks for the support, man.
Definitely like and subscribe to the channel, man. We're going to bring out some more content and talk about it, man. So please give us all the feedback you can. We appreciate you, man. I appreciate y'all too, man.
All right, Nosebleed out. Don't hang up, y'all.